They call this this one's a short F and this one's a long F, depending on where you call it. That's D flat key. It's a D flat key, D flat C sharp key. But I have it turned back because I'm not using it. But if you wanted to use it, it would be more like here. It would be here. So I would turn it. But it's like if I'm not in that key, I'll just scoot it back there. Yeah, the only one I use a lot here is this. This is the C natural paper, because otherwise it's a C sharp. I'll use that. Still working on the keys are awkward because they're all different. It's like different than regular fingering keys, so it's a little bit awkward. Yeah, I'm still not breathing right. I thought I was. This is when it was here.
Why? Because so you can't just take a Uber.
Like the snack before I had it before and George almost stepped on it. So. I think I'm just going to leave them on my lap. They should not be on the floor.
Might be a translation problem. Now we're going to see prize.
Thank you for moving in.
In the city, it's like insane. It's just people all about.
It's on a little bit of a delay. It looks like
Good evening, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome. We're going to begin our service in just a moment. I want to say Shabbat Shalom to all of you and to all who are watching our live stream. We're very excited for Mila and her family as we begin the Shabbat in which Mila becomes a bat mitzvah here at Beth Shalom. She's going to do a couple of the prayers, help us with a couple tonight. Tomorrow is when she's going to do a lot of the leading of the service. So this is a little warm-up for her. But as you can see, we have these wonderful musicians behind us who create beautiful music for Friday night. So if you are new to Beth Shalom, you may not realize that your prayer book is in between the armrests of your chair. So we invite you to take out your Siddur, your prayer book. We're going to begin on page 5, the bottom of page 5, as we welcome the angels of Shabbat. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Marchuni leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Etzelchem leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Turn with us to page 11. We're going to continue with a new melody the cantor wrote for L'chu Naranana. At the top of the page, we will sing to you, O God, on this Kabbalat Shabbat. Page 11.
L'chu Naranana, L'Adonai, Naria L'Tzurishenu, L'chu Naranana, L'Adonai, L'Adonai, Naria Naria L'Tzurishenu, Nekadema Fana Betoda, Izmirat Naria Lo, Nekadema Fana Betoda, Izmirat Naria Lo, Izmirat Naria Lo. L'chu Naranana, L'Adonai, L'Adonai, Naria L'Tzurishenu, Naria L'Tzurishenu, Nekadema Fanav Betoda, Nekadema Fanav Betoda, Bizmirot Naria Lo, Bizmirot Naria Lo, L'chu
We're going to continue now on page 13 as we continue with the opening of Psalm 96, Shir Adonai, Shir Chadash. We sing to you, God. Let us make it a new song.
Shirul Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Asru miyom liyom Yeshuato, Shirul Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru miyom liyom Yeshuato. Sapru agoim kevodo, mikol amim niflotav, ki gadol Adonai umula meod, nora al kol Elohim. Shirul Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru miyom liyom Yeshuato, Shirul Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru miyom liyom Yeshuato. Sapru agoim kevodo, al olamim niflotav, ki gadol Adonai umula meod, nor al kol ha'id. Shirul Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Asru miyom liyom Yeshuato, Shirul Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Asru miyom liyom Yeshuato.
We'll turn now to page 21 as we continue with Mizmor LeDavid, Psalm 29, at the top of the page 21.
Mizmor LeDavid, Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai, Kavod ba'od, ay, 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 Havul Adonai, Kevod Shemo, Yisach Havul Adonai, Yadrat Kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim, El HaKavod hirim, Adonai al mayim, Rabbi. יושב אדוני מלך לעולם איי 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 אדוני עוז יבוא יחסד אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום בשלום יברך את עמו
Turn with us to page 23. I'm going to now commit the cantor to the verses he's going to do. Sometimes he wants to do it on the spontaneous fly, but for tonight, he's going to do the first two verses on page 23, the fifth verse, which is the middle one on 24, and then last two or the last one on 25?
Let's do last two.
All right, so first two, last two on 25, and then the middle one on 24. All right, we're committed. Lecha Dodi, we'll welcome God's presence, the Shekhinah, as we, for the final verse, rise and face the entrance to the sanctuary.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala Shabbat kapela Kadodi likrat kala Shabbat kapela Shavor zakor b'dibur echad Tishmi'anu el hamiuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad Shemo tiferet ולתקילה לקדודי לקראת קלה לשבת לקפלה לקדודי לקראת קלה לשבת לקפלה לקראת שבת לכוונלך כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם דסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבת קהילה לקדודי לקראת קלה לשבת לקפלה לקדודי לקראת קלה לשבת לקפלה Toreri, kiva ore, kumi ori, uri, shir tabeiri, kevod Adonai, alaik nigla, ekadodi likrat kala, neshabat ekapela, ekadodi likrat kala, Shabbat kapela Yusmodi frozzi et Adonai et aritzi al yadi shven parzi v'nismecha v'nagila lekadodi likrat kala Shabbat kapela lekadodi likrat kala Shabbat kapela voi v'shalom ater el bala gam b'simcha u'b'tzola doch emulei segula boi chala boi chala ekadodi likrat kala Shabbat kapela ekadodi likrat kala Shabbat kapela ekadodi likrat kala Shabbat kapela
conclude before Mourner's Kaddish, page 27, Mizmor Shir. Let us sing a song for Shabbat, page 27.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך במותך בלילות. צדיק כתמר יפרח, כרז בלבדו נזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו. עוד ינובון בשיבה, דשנים רעננים יהיו, להגיד כי ישר אדוני, צורי בלא עוולת אמבו.
We're going to invite anyone who might be in the process of mourning or observing a yard site to rise as we turn to page 30 and conclude this first part of our service, Kabbalat Shabbat with Mourner's Kaddish, page 30. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, mi'alma divrach yerutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, b'agala u'vizman kariv v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach li'olam olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemei dekudasha, barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata, damiran bi'alma v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. So for those who are not regulars at Beth Shalom, we usually pause. I will usually try to do a 2 or 3 minute bit of Torah, and then we invite people to introduce themselves. I'll pass around with a mic. And if there's a one sentence, you've got to try to keep it to one sentence blessing from your week. And I think for the Epstein family, we know what their blessing is. But maybe you've had something that was unexpected and lovely and wonderful that you might want to share with us. We invite you to distill it into one sentence and share your blessing with us. So first, a little bit of Torah. So Mila's going to teach us tomorrow when she gives a wonderful Devar Torah. But at the end of her parsha, there is the mitzvah around these little things that I have on my talit. Right? These are the tzitzit. And these knots are tied in such a way they're supposed to remind us of the mitzvot. But this is a four-cornered garment, this talit, and the tradition says that when we gather them together before we do Shema in the morning, we're supposed to remember that God is part of all four corners representing the four corners of the world, of the earth. God is infused with every part of our lives, and that's what we're thinking about when we gather this and say God is one. But the Jewish mystics taught that these are also meant to remind us that each and every part of God's created universe is completely interdependent on each other. And that's a very profound thought. And there is a person who studied meteorology whose name was Edwin Lorenz, and he discovered something called the butterfly effect. Has anyone heard the butterfly effect? You know what that means? What is it? No. Mila, do you know it? So he was studying weather patterns and was generating patterns based on a computer model. And he only input the first 3 decimals of this particular location that he was looking at. And he realized that by not putting in the decimals up to 8 places, his model had an entirely different prediction of what the weather would be, just because he had omitted a few very far away decimal places. And basically, the theory was that if those decimal places could have an effect on the weather and where weather would hit or not hit, he was trying to study tornado patterns. The butterfly effect was that the flapping of a butterfly's wings could actually affect the weather. That's what he concluded based on how many decimal places you needed to go to actually predict this phenomenon more precisely. So why am I telling you this story? Because what's true of the interdependence of all parts of this world is also true of the interdependence of our behavior. So there's a great story about a guy who was at a drive-through Starbucks. His name was Arthur Rosenfeld. And it was taking a while for him to get his coffee, and then he got his coffee from the window. And apparently he didn't move up quickly enough once he got his change from having paid for his coffee, and the car behind him started honking. So he did something pretty unexpected. You know what Arthur Rosenfeld did? He decided to pay for the coffee of the car behind him. So he left the Starbucks, and when the next car drove up to the window, the person who was honking at him was told that the guy in front of you just paid for your coffee. So guess what happened? The guy who had his coffee paid for said, I can't believe he did that. Even after I honked at him, that's amazing. He said, I want to pay for the coffee of the guy behind me or the people behind me. And basically at this Starbucks, this day, basically unbelievable high percentage of people paid for the coffee of the person behind them. Of course, if someone stopped paying, no one would know, and that would break the chain. But it went on for a really, really, really long time. What does that tell you? It's just like the butterfly effect. You do one act of kindness in the world, and you never know how that's going to reverberate, right? One act of kindness can literally change the entire world because we're so interconnected. So that's the teaching. Next time you gather your seat, you can think about the reverberations of an act of kindness. Okay, so I'm going to pass this around in a minute. I will introduce myself. I'm Rabbi David Glansberg-Cranen. My one sentence is, last Shabbat we had a group of adults who were learning Hebrew as adults and led the service and showed us that you can always learn new things at any stage of your life. It was very inspiring. Chazan, you want to continue? Got one sentence?
Oh, one sentence.
One sentence.
Well, it'll be a run-on sentence, I think.
I'll cut it off, don't worry.
Okay. I'm looking forward to Mila's bat mitzvah, and it's very nice to be making music with our band. And that's it. That's the whole sentence.
Good sentence.
Thank you.
Is it on? Aaron, is it on?
It's on.
Okay, keep it closer.
Okay. I'm Aaron. I'm glad to be here playing. And keep it short.
I'm already pretty short. I'm Marianne. Sure. I'm just glad to be here back playing again. Thank you.
I have Tessa, I have one for you. You can take this one. Oh, did I turn that off?
And my blessing is had my second cataract surgery today, so it was successful.
You can see clearly now. Cataract's gone.
Hi, I'm Lisa Stein, and blessing has good vision and can drive at night.
Hi, I'm Coral. My wife and I celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary last week.
Mazel tov. What'd you do to celebrate? Ah, wow. Formula One in Monaco. Okay, now let's go to the bat mitzvah family.
Yeah, Mom. I'm Elena Epstein. I am very Epstein. Whatever. I am very happy that we have made it to the day before Mila's bat mitzvah. It seemed like it would never come, and we're very excited as she rolls her eyes at me.
I'm Bernie Epstein. Feel very blessed to have Mila's bat mitzvah coming tomorrow and to have family and friends in town to help us celebrate.
All right, bat mitzvah girl, you're next.
My name is Mila, and my blessing is that I have such amazing and loving parents to have support me during this amazing journey. Thank you.
Paid parental advert. That was incredible. That's beautiful.
My name is River Gildar, and I'm blessed to have school almost over.
My name is Lauren Gildar, and my blessing is the guy that bought coffee for me in front of me at the Starbucks. No, just kidding. Let's hold on to that one. I'd say my blessing is this week feels like kind of a coming through into a next phase of life in a good way. So I'm feeling thankful for that.
Hi, I'm Rick Cunin. Very loud. And my blessing is just to spend Shabbat here.
Devorah Grasky Roberts, and my blessing is that after my car had some adventures and got some problems, it's all fixed.
My name is Harry Amarnik, and my blessing is I attended a webinar today where I learned some very important things from a terrific teacher.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle Epstein, and my blessing is that I'm here to attend my cousin Mila's bat mitzvah, and I'm really excited because she has the best chance of anyone in the family to become normal.
It's hard to top that. I'm her father, Eric Epstein, and my blessing, and please know I'm a Philadelphia fan, is that the Knicks came back 29 points down. Quite a miracle.
Knicks fan, all right.
Tom Leibowitz, they let me out of work early so I could almost get here on time for services tonight. That's my blessing. I usually show up 20 after.
Felice A. Orlansky, and my blessing is to be here with all of you and you wonderful musicians and sound people.
Hi, I'm Ruth, and I had the pleasure of celebrating a birthday last week, and it was a phenomenal birthday. I stayed home. I did what I wanted to do.
Hi, I'm Dawn Epstein. I'm very blessed to have Mila Epstein as my youngest granddaughter who's being bat mitzvah tomorrow. Nanny loves you.
I'm Galina Suris, and I have a pleasure. You stole my line.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have a pleasure being Milachka's grandmother, and we are very, 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 very excited about tomorrow.
My name is Jeff, and I'm Mila's grandfather, and I wish her all the best in the world.
Thank you all for your beautiful blessings. And may you have many, many, many more blessings in the week to come and the summer that is upon us. So we're going to continue the service. We'll invite you to turn to page 39 if you're able to stand. We'll ask you to do so for the Baruch Hu on page 39.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Amivorach.
Baruch Adonai Mevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Mevorach le'olam va'ed.
Please be seated. We'll continue page 39, Ma'ariv Aravim.
ומעביר יום ולילה ומבדיל בין יום ולילה אדוני צבאות שיבו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב הרבים.
Amen. Turn with us to page 40 as we continue and sing together Ahavat Olam.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות ומשפטים אותנו למדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו תשקפנו בקומנו לשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ויורך ימינו ויורך ימינו ובהם נהגה יומם בלילה יומם בלילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha v'chayu ha'devarim ha'elech asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shiftecha b'veitecha uvleftecha v'derech uvshofbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leod al yadecha v'hayu latotafot beineinecha uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha.
And we're continuing on page 42.
Vayomer Laman tiskeru vasitem ekol mitzvotai vechitem kedoshim leilolechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher tzeti echem yeretz Mitzrayim lechiot lachem leilohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Amen.
Thank you, Mila. Great job. You can take your book and go back to your seat. We're going to continue the service at the top of page 44 of your prayer book.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל קנו שירה בשמחה רבה ויאמרו כולם. כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אליך. מלכותך רעו עליך, חוקי ונאמר כי פדן את יעקב גואלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Amen. Turn with us, if you would, to page 45 as we continue with Hashkivenu.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לקיים. 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 ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לקיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לקיים. 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 ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. ירושלים.
Turn with us to page 46. We'll continue with the Shamru.
ושם יראו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי אהבת שבת וינפש בעולים בני ישראל ותהי לעולם בעולים בני ישראל ותהי השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, לדורותם ברית
If you're able to stand, we invite you to do so. If standing is difficult, please stay seated and join with us as Mila leads us in the Chatzi Kaddish. On page 46, after the Chatzi Kaddish, we want to invite you to take some time in your own private prayer and reflection. The Amidah for the evening is done privately, beginning page 47 and concluding page 52. And feel free to be seated after that when you have concluded your own prayer.
Yikadal v'yikada shemei rabba.
Amen.
V'yamadi v'akirte v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayedecho be'Yisrael bagala uvizman kariv v'imaru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach le'olam u'almei almaya yiparach yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipor v'roman v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithalel v'yithalal shmei dekudashar berechu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran bi'alma v'imuru amen.
Those of you who are still praying, please continue. If you've concluded, you may be seated and feel free to join us in the words of Oseh Shalom. We ask God to bring peace to this world which is in such need of it.
יושבי תבל ויאמרו La 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 I invite you to rise as the cantor leads us in the Kiddush. It's found on page 55. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddush mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodesho v'ahava u'v'ratzon hinkiranu zikaro lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom tekilah למקרא הקודש זכר לציאת מצרים כי באנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת אמן לחיים.
Chaim. If you're able to remain standing, we'll continue as Mila comes back to help lead us in Aleinu on page 56 of your prayer book.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol latei gedula leyoser breshit shelo asanu koye haratzot velo samanu kemishpachot hadama shelo sam halkenu kahem vegor aleinu kechol hamonam ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. תחת אין תחת נקבל לכנו
לתקנו למחודשי.
ככתוב בתורותיך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
We invite those who are in the process of mourning or observing a yard site to remain standing as we continue now with Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'vizman kariv v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shemei dekudasha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechamata tamiran b'yalma v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. We ask God who brings peace and comfort on high to bring peace to all who are remembering their loved ones. So again, we want to wish everyone Shabbat Shalom, a Mazal Tov to the Epstein or Epstein family. I don't know which it is, but it seems to be a little debate in the family here. Mazel Tov to Mila. That we can say without any doubt. We're very glad that you are here, and we are looking forward tomorrow to celebrating Mila becoming bat mitzvah. Services begin at 9:30. We'll see you guys around 9:15. And we want to thank these amazing musicians behind me. We want to thank Aaron and Mary Ann and Tess and Lisa and Carl, the cantor. I want to thank Randy for making all the sound happen in the room. And thank Mark for making sure we're all safe out there. All right. A few announcements on behalf of the congregation. Mindful meditations, Monday evenings at 7:40, Wednesday mornings at 10. If you're interested in being part of our annual show, there's an information session happening on Sunday morning here. I believe it's at 10 a.m. for would-be thespians. We have a wonderful support group for those who have family members dealing with addiction. It meets here on Wednesday evenings at 7:30. The next meeting will be this Wednesday, the 17th. A summer murder mystery should be fun for every adult only. So that's on July 16th. It's a Thursday night. And for those who have places to land at the shore, we are doing a Shabbat at the shore, which will take place on Friday evening, July 24th in Margate. More information to come. And if you are someone who is in our Akshav group or in that age group, meaning you're 60 and older, you can play top golf with all your fellow 60 and older folk on Tuesday, July 28th. Lots of fun. So much going on, even in the summer here at Beth Shalom. Without further ado, I think we're going to conclude with Adon Olam. We'll turn to page 211.
Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yetzir nivra v'yitnasa b'tefto kol Adai melech shemo nikra v'yarek yiglot hakol levado yimlok nora v'hu haya v'hove v'hu yehye v'tipara v'hu echad v'hen sheni v'hamashir תכלית, והעוז והמשרה, והוא אלי וקי גואלי, וצור חבלי ויצרה, והוא ניסי ומונוס לי מנת כוסי ביום אקרא, בידו אפקיד רוחי, תהייתי שם ויעירה, ואם רוחי גדייתי, אדוני לי ולא יירא.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
River, Mila, can you come help me do Hamotzi? And then you get to get the first bit of challah. All right, here we go. You ready? Join with me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. All right, hold on. Let me cut it so you guys can get you get the first bit of challah since you led me in the bracha. Okay. This is my special challah cutting technique. Do you like it? Here you go. Wait, you're not giving me the bat mitzvah first? Shabbat Shalom, everyone.